Yo, what's up? How are you doing today? I'm gonna talk about why your downpicking riffs sound inconsistent, sloppy, not powerful, not with groove. And today we're gonna talk about all the little details that maybe you're avoiding, and that's why your downpickings and your riffs doesn't sound consistent, basically. So, this is Vivi, but from the metal band Cryzix. I've been playing at 220 BPMs since I was 16 years old. 18 years it's been already, motherfucker. And today I'm going to tell you all the things that I learned in this 18 years career playing guitar all over the world that I'm pretty sure is going to be very helpful because I have experience playing in studios, on live, and the beat is one of the most important things. So I'm going to show you very quickly two down pickings that are going to be very iconic and you will enjoy to play them, and they're going to be a little bit easier. One is easier, the other one is not, but I'm pretty sure you will know it. Let's play it. Alright guys, so basically I choose two iconic riffs like Inner Self from Sepultura and Master of Puppets, which are the most iconic riffs that when I talk with other people on Instagram or guitarists that approach me on how to solve these problems, is the most common riffs that I see, and they are like easy and mid-level, so we're gonna touch these two riffs. And by the way, you can follow me at BB Plaza or DM me on my Instagram if you have any doubt, any video that you want to send me playing some sort of riff and you need guidance. I will be happy to give you guidance over there. So basically, let's talk about these two because I'm pretty sure that you're familiar and probably you can work from this. So let's start first with Inner Self. How to approach Inner Self, even that it's a pretty easy riff. Let's try to find the mastery beneath it. Let's try to find the mastery where we can really execute it mastery level. Basically, what I would suggest you, it's this. Okay, so here we have a pretty simple way of approaching this riff, which is 1 and 0 all the time, and it's very easy. But here the key, and this is something that I would like that you start applying, on the beat, it's important that you try to pound it a bit harder. For this, you want to create two things, more groove and stay more rooted in the tempo. So instead of just playing flat like this, try now to give extra intention when it's the first. Now, tack, 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 tack. This is a little what I call, it's like dancing with the riff. You know, you let the flow a little bit possess you. And if you play in your bedroom, so you can also add some head banging. But it's about, yes, it's about dancing with the riff. So check it out. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, this would be something that will add extra intention and it will be very helpful, and it's very important because most of guitarists, when they start playing with metronome, it's like they go one way and the metronome slightly goes another way. When we make sure that we are stepping on the click on these key strategic points like this, you know, bam, click. When we are stepping in this specific note on the click and we have this feeling that we're stepping on the click, that's very important, stepping on the click. You know, I'm talking all the time also this metaphor like it's like a baseball. and you have like 4 different basses, for example, and you have to step on the first bass, then there's the second bass, the third bass, and the fourth bass. So you want to make sure to do this and with this riff, and even that this riff is easy, you can also apply this with this riff. So you have a click here, then here, and then one more. So it's click, 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 you know? Think about this. With this one, it's easy, but now we're gonna go to Master of Puppets, which is a pretty much more challenging. And here, it's very important with Master of Puppets that we develop this sense of the stepping on the click on different basses, okay? So, with Master of Puppets, what I would suggest first is that you try to play it now, everything palm muted. And we're gonna do this dynamic approach of stepping on the basses, on this click. We're gonna do it here. But first we have to find which are the notes that are stepping on the click. So, let's find out. If we start like by the way, I forgot about the other one because it was too easy, but the very first step before we start to do all these things, it's singing with the click, the riff, okay? It's very important. This is what's gonna set the foundation of your inner tempo. It's the most important thing, it's the last thing that many guitarists are doing, especially the guitarists that are not familiar with going to studio or playing live shows. So this is something that will be a game changer. It's like the way of your understanding of the riff is the way of how you're gonna play it. It's like an exact mirror. So if you wanna repair the way of your playing or correct it or improve it, first you have to improve it here. So sing it now. 2, 3, and okay? Now I'm gonna do it palm muting. If you don't achieve to do this, I suggest that you stop the metronome and you stop the video and you do it with the metronome at your home. But now let's assume that you did it already singing it. We're gonna play it all palm muted. 1, 2, 3, and so it's very important that we check what are the notes that are here on the click. So we have the first one. To me, are very important to stay rooted on the tempo. It's very important, not just the first one, but also, let's say that the first one, we have the click, then we have the click here. Okay, and then the first one is again here. And then these 5 and 3 are 2 notes that are on the click. And they're very important that you do this idea, this dynamic of stepping on the click, because it's going to be very helpful for you to stay like 2 pieces together, you know? I say this comparison all the time, like when you pay a lot of attention, this maybe will help you. When you pay attention to one note, so the note that is at the same time of the click, it's like merging 2 pieces together. The tempo is one piece of the puzzle, and your way of playing is another piece of the puzzle, and it has to merge. But when you have like 5 dots, different dots, and you have to put everything at the same place, it's like a little bit difficult. But if you just put attention on one point to connect, you know, to be super aligned, and then the rest will follow. This is the idea. So that's why we are paying so much attention in what note we are playing on every click. And that's why these 2 clicks, these 2 notes are very important. Let's just play it again. Sorry, it's 1, sorry. But then I have a lot of YouTube comments telling me like, oh bro, you've missed this fret, it's another fret or whatever. Fuck you, I'm not talking about frets, I'm talking about right hand picking, bro. So the more important thing here in this video is this. This, I don't give a fuck. But, so just so you know, it's very important, the number 5, 3. So this 5, 3, when you do it again, now do it again with me, try to put extra intention on stepping on the click, and you will see that it will walk different, the riff. You will see. 1, 2, 3, and I think they are very key, you know, they are very key, these fret number 5 and 3, that you have this feeling that there is no difference between the sound of the click and the sound of your guitar. And that's a confirmation that you're going super straight on tempo, and that's what we're looking for. And the more we raise the tempo up, you will see that it gets harder, you know? It gets harder to do this. By the way, I was just playing it now open and palm muted. I avoided to play it all palm muted. I'm gonna do it again, palm muting it. 3 and... Alright, so now that we have this under control, what is the dance of the riff on the bar, how is set in the bar, the next step is now getting into details. And into details with this riff, it's gonna be this switch between palm muted notes in the zeros and the open notes that are, they have to sound very open. If you want this riff to sound killer, like exactly like James Hetfield, you really need to put a lot of contrast between the palm muted notes and the open notes. And for this, you will have to do these little jumps with this, you know, like... I'm exaggerating now, but check it out. You know, I do this work all the time with the hand, you know, so I make sure that open notes are open and the palm muted is palm muted. So now let's gonna implement these two dynamics, is the dancing with the riff, stepping on the click, you know, and also doing the switch between palm muted and open. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and... Okay, so now it's about mastering this in this tempo, or if it's already hard for you, put the BPMs down, put the tempo down. But now once you master this, once you are able to master the dance of the riff and the different dynamics with the palm muted and the open notes, now it's about increasing the tempo slowly up, until you find, let's say, what I call the ceiling point. The ceiling point. This is the point where you're no longer able to play the riff 100% consistent. Maybe it's because, for example, it would be a moment that you're playing this riff and you're not able to do the switch between the open and the palm muted, so it sounds a little bit blurry. This would be the ceiling point, or maybe it's a moment that you're losing the tempo. So no matter what, but when you're not able to perform it 100% like we perform it now, you know? And when you find this ceiling point, that maybe, for example, let's do it at 90 now. That would be, for example, this would be like doing 180, okay? Let's say that you play like this. Like this. If it sounds like this is totally ceiling point, okay? And what I suggest you to do now, it's keep increasing. For example, let's increase now to 92, but now we're gonna break down the riff and simplify it. So what we're gonna do is something like this. For example, only this. And we're gonna just try to nail it perfectly with this. 1, 2, 3, and... And we try to start in the click and stop in the click, okay? Like a Swiss clock. And once you have this, let's say, okay, let's push it a little bit more. And let's say, for example, that you try now at 99, which is, no, let's say 100 and it's 200, okay? And let's say that you're playing like 1, 2, 3, and... Let's say that you play it a little bit blurry. So this would be your last breakthrough point, okay? We have the starting point, the ceiling point, and then the breakthrough point where we simplify the riff. And with these three metrics, what I suggest is that you write them down, and now once you finish the breakthrough point, go back to the ceiling point and try it again. Try it again at 90. And let's see how you feel now, because this is like a chewing gum, okay? This is like a chewing gum that we are stretching and now going back. And you will see that most probably you will feel a little bit more agile, because you've been under more pressure with more tempo and more all this, so you felt like you experienced what is to play fast, and now you go back to 90 and you tried all the riff. 1, 2, 3, and... I don't remember if it was 90 or 70, but well, you got the point, right? You have to go back to your ceiling point. And guys, after this, what you should do is get obsessed and just practice 15 minutes per day. Only 15 minutes per day, and I guarantee with 1 week. Go back in 1 week, go back to this video, and you comment what were the results. But what I want is that every day you increase 3 BPMs, okay? From the starting point, you increase 3 BPMs. From the ceiling point, you try to reach 3 BPMs more, and you try to reach on the breakthrough point where we are simplifying the riff, 3 BPMs more. Do it for 1 week, just practicing 10 minutes per day. But consistency beats any kind of practice where you spend like 4 hours one day. No, 50 minutes per day, doing this, only this in a focused way, with these 3 metrics, and then go back on Monday, or whenever is this video out, I don't know, but 1 week later, and you tell me how do you feel now with the right hand picking man? Or you come to my Instagram, okay? That, by the way, if you want me to help you with other riffs or everything, you can send me a DM, word riff, and I will be helping you achieving these things with this level of playing tight and professional with another riffs or other dubs that you might have for tremolo pickings, gallops, triplets, or whatever. Okay, but it's very important that you approach down picking like this. If you really want consistent results, this is the way how you would approach, how you have to approach. Is the way how I approach when I went to the studio and I had to really level up and I was like playing very sloppy. That's the way how I approached it, and that's the way how I performed and recorded riffs really tight. You can check on Spotify at Cryzix, you will see that the level of riffing, it's pretty high, and I had to go on that level. So that's the way how I got to this level. I'm teaching you the methodology. Use it, because this is also the methodology that I use with all my students. Now it's on you to apply it, and then tell me the results, or send me DM and I will help you more, okay? Thank you for being here. I'm looking forward to get back to this video and see the comments. I want your comments and with all the results, okay? And I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.